welcome to the MMA Museum podcast. And I have the honor today to introduce our guest, Royler Gracie, a true legend, one of the longest lived black belt competitors in jiu-jitsu, now a coral belt, and teaching in California since 2008. But he doesn't do many interviews. I think this might even be the first long interview in English. So, Royler, how are you? Thank you very much.
Hey, Miguel, how are you? So good, man. You can't complain, no? Life is beautiful, especially
Good.
when you teach something, you work with something you really enjoy and having a good time. You know,
Yeah.
we talk a little bit about, but I will start training jiu-jitsu as soon as I'm at 3 years old. It's amazing. We don't have no idea how big it will be, it's
Yeah.
back in the time. And then we're coming from Brazil. And Brazil is very popular with is a soccer. Everybody like to be a soccer, play soccer. And what we see, I'm just gonna go in a different way. I try to play soccer too, but then one day I see I'm with the gi and with the ball, and the ball is gone, and then I still have the gi.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, your family, obviously, you said 3 years old. I've seen pictures of you with your hand getting raised and you're, a little boy.
Yeah.
And
My
talk.
first competition is 6 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and how come your other brothers didn't compete as much in jujitsu as you? Was it
Well,
just
they
a
compete,
fever for you?
but here and there, it's kind of that's kind of designers. Everyone have a different design. Everyone like to do different stuff. Was back in the time when you're a kid, you just compete to having a good time, enjoy. Like I say, my first competition is 6 years old, and then it's 1971. My God, that's a long ago. And then
Yeah.
I'm compete after that, keep going. It's whatever they have a tournament, I go. And to be honest, since the first one, I lost. Imagine for a little kid lost his competitions the first time. It's if you don't have the support for the family, we'd be embarrassed. You go back home, everybody like crucifies you and give you a hard time. I remember back in the time when we go for the tournament, my father put all the kids together. Then he say, "Who win? I give you $10. Who lost? I give you $20." And then everybody looked like, "Hey, he give you $20 for you to lose?" Nobody like to lose. I prefer win and got the gold medal and got less money than lost and got silver medal. Well, that day I don't got nothing, but I got more money than everybody. And
Now,
that's how's my father conduce and put everything together and make everybody happy. It's amazing.
your father obviously a legend, and I think because you were in Brazil that you may be the guy who was closest to him.
Well, it's back in the time. Yeah, I go visit him in his ranch. He's living in Petrópolis, and there's a big area he have over there. Of course, before he passed away, that's his place. He's kind of meditation, and with my mom too. They live together. But yeah, the old man is very ahead in his time, and every time he open his mouth, I'm gonna keep quiet and listen to him. It's like I'm glad I be with him a lot, and listen the history and everything he talking about. It's amazing.
Now they tell me I could go to the academy the first day, train good, help clean the floors, be respectful, and everybody says, "Hey, the new guy, he's okay." And Helio might say, "Yeah, but his shoes were dirty." That he was tough on people.
Yeah. To be honest, the first time I talked to him about to be a teacher, it's a Sunday. We just sit in the sofa, watch TV. I'm around 14, 13 years old. As when a little kid, teenager, you like to, I like to be a teacher. And I told him, say, I like to be a teacher, Dad. And then he looked at me. In my mind, I say, I'm going to be half a day, I'm going to be in the school. And the other half a day, I will be surfing. I'm going to go to the beach, don't have nothing to do. And he looked at me and said, okay, tomorrow is Monday. You're going to show up in the school 6:30. The class starts 7. And then you go 7 to noon. And then you have 2 hours for the lunchtime. And then 2 hours, you can do whatever you want. Come back again at 2 p.m. And then you leave the school when the last student leaves the academy. It's around 10:30 p.m. I say, oh my God. When he told me this, I say, what time I'm going to go surf? I stick in my mind, but you can do whatever you want in the weekend. The weekend, actually, Saturday and Sunday. Back in the time, we don't have people train Saturday and Sunday in Brazil. We just kind of relax. We go Monday to Friday. And then Monday, make sure you be in the academy with the beautiful smile and enjoy to be a teacher. And then I look at him. Well, the first time I talked to him about this, it looks like I signed a contract for 35 years.
Yeah, I believe that, for sure.
And that's how it's work. And the old man is very tight in this. Be on time, start on time, finish on time. He's perfect. Yes, it's a perfection. That's what he do all the time. And my first job in the school, not even if your son was the Grandmaster Royler Gracie, my first job in the school is not be a teacher. He put me to clean the bathroom. Yeah. And then I look at him. I say, "Hey, I'm the teacher. I'm the son of the master." And he say, "Go ahead, clean the bathroom." And then he make me clean the bathroom 4 times in the road. And then I say, "Why you do this to me?" And then he say, "You know what? When you're doing right, you do once. Never again. I clean more than once." Yeah. I learned my lesson. And that's how my father is. He's very, when he do something, he do 400%, and make us, all his sons, do the same thing. We enjoy, we like, we have a patient, this from the heart. You can see when you walk in to have a class with someone or you train someone, the guy like to be there. It's different than when the person will be there for the money. That's completely different.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
That's exactly what the old man talking about.
When you became a black belt, I think it was 1982.
Oh my God, I don't even remember.
I think 1980. Around there is your black belt, and this is when the competition that people hear about happens. Right. And again, you are one of the most long-lived competitors in history. This is why I know you. You say, well, thank you, or you're humble, but I know because guys from Carlson Gracie's team told me, and those were big rivals of yours.
Yeah. Well, I beat through a different generation, one of the first guys I compete is a Márcio Cupertino,
1984.
That's a long ago, yes. As soon as I got my black belt, that's one of the first guys, And then after we have like Cássio Cardoso, Peixotinho, all them. I fight with everybody, man. Parrumbinha, all these guys. They're good, De La Riva, It's amazing,
They help you raise your level, I guess, because they gave you hard fights.
They're very good, yes, of course. I'm not complaining. I'm not saying I'm gonna win all the time, and I'm gonna have a hard time. Sometimes I lost, but for sure we make the sport growing. You make the competitions getting better. And that's actually Carson is my cousin. He always say, "Man, you are a good fighter, but I'm never gonna stop to training my students to win somebody with the level you are and the family." I said, "Wow, that's good." And then I understand that we don't have a problem.
Yeah, no. Now everything is good history. But in those years, that rivalry was big. They told me that you beat 10 black belts from Carlson Gracie's academy.
Oh man, I don't know about that. But
they said 10 black belts, 4 generations.
That's for sure. That's a couple of generations. You're right, 100%.
The Cupertino, I think, was he or Peixotinho? Which guy was Murillo's instructor?
I'm not sure. I know they all them is with Carson. Yes. Yeah. All
so
them
these
with
guys,
Carson, and they're very good. Yeah.
So now, in 1999, I believe you won the Jiu-Jitsu championships again, and now you're an older competitor. And in 1998, you hear about this Abu Dhabi thing that happened.
Right.
And you didn't go in the first year. No. Carlson sent some guys, and some Carlson guys came back with money. Yep. And So tell me about that process of deciding to say, okay, I'm going to go to Abu Dhabi in '99.
You know, actually, nobody heard too much. You know, the first year, you know, as a lot of people's go and say, well, when they coming back, they're coming back with the money, the trophy, and everybody happy. They say, man, they trade you amazing. How they trade you over there. You know, is the shake, you know, they put all together. It's amazing competition, a good level because they have a wrestler for all the countries, you know, people from Russia, from Poland, everywhere. Anyways, when I see these guys coming back, I say, oh man, maybe I'm just try to go in the next year, you know, and see how far we're gonna go. And then I'm just becoming a world champion in jiu-jitsu, you know, and that is a good step for me to maybe try to go to this one. And that's kind of, and then I be a Pan American champion, world champion. Then I'm signed for the Abu Dhabi. And when they invite me, I say, okay, let's go. You know, it's amazing because everything is different. And then for this first tournament is Abu Dhabi. I maybe trained it 15 days without the gi.
Okay.
My whole level is with the gi, and then take the gi off kind of 2 weeks after. It's okay, you know, because I'm still comfortable, you know, and that's amazing. And then just go there, and I got lucky. I win the tournament, you know, with the tough guys, you know, and bring some money, bring the trophy. And I say, oh my God, I need to coming back, you know, and then I got a little extra trophy for the best fight, the best
John Hawk.
competitor, yeah, on the tournament. And this is good, more technical. You know, this is amazing, you know. And then I was coming back in the 2000, 2001. Yeah, that's the 3 years I win in the road. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, your main competitor over there was a young guy, Soka.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes yeah, he's a great competitor. You almost feel bad for him because you never let him beat you.
Well,
you know, you
I'm
never
not
could
feel
get
bad
through.
because when you're talking about the competition, that's the competition. But no question about it, he's one of the best out there. You know, soccer it's a kind of weird because I don't know, he's have some issue when he fight with me, but he beat everybody. And then he's really good, very technical, and he's danger. But with me, the position is not working for somehow. I don't know why. You know, I'm glad, you know, God put the hands on me and say, hey, with this boy, it's not gonna work. But he's a really good competitor. And then I have a really good fight with him, not even in Jiu-Jitsu World Championship and Abu Dhabi too. You know, I believe if I'm not there, he's gonna be the champion.
Yeah, yeah. Now you mentioned that you won 99, 2000, 2001. In 2001, they skipped a year and then went to Brazil in 2003. Did that
Yes.
year off hurt you as far as, you know, you're a little older, harder to prepare? Was it, talk about the pressure going back to Brazil for 2000?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, this is the happen is the guy I fight with geez. I take a third place on this tournament. I lose
to
I
Eddie
lose
Bravo.
to Eddie Bravo. And the happen is on my fight with Eddie Bravo, I just lose the attention for a little bit. You know, and it's my fault, yes. But he capitalized on that. He get the advantage for that. That's good for him. The point is, nobody know too much about this. When he win me, he fight again and he lost. And he's supposed to come back and fight for the third and fourth place. And he never coming back. And then the next day they knock in my room and say, hey, you like to fight for the third and fourth? And then I need to coming back and do all the fights again. I do 2 or 3 fights again to go for the third and fourth place. And then I beat a couple guys and go to the third and fourth place with soccer on this year. Me and Sockers go to the third and fourth place. And then I win. I go back home with the trophy, third place, and some money.
Yeah.
And he don't got nothing.
Yeah.
He walk away. Sure. I can't believe, you know.
Yeah.
That's for him. His victory is when he win Royler. That's okay. Good for him if he think like that, you know. And then he do a great job, and he's a good fighter. But why he don't coming back and take the third place? Because he lost the other fight, and he don't like decide don't coming back. You know, he win the tournament already when he win Royler.
Yeah, a lot of people would think this way, but let me ask you this:
all right.
This was going to be a hard year for you because the guy that beat him was Leo Vieira, who was the next champion after you. So, what would a match between you and Leo be like?
Well, it's hard to say, man. It's very unpredictable because I can say whatever I say, and then he can say same thing. It's a very tight fight. It would be a very tight fight, and Leo is in a really good shape in that time. And then for some reason, God don't put us together in the final.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want, but you never know what the result. Like in my fight with Sakuraba, when the judge come and stop the fight, you don't know if you're gonna break my arm. You don't know if the time is finished. You don't know what's going on. People don't know. They don't have no idea what's gonna happen. And that's what I'm saying. I think he do a great job in that tournament, and he deserved to win. I wish I could be in the final with him, but God decide that.
Yeah, you also had Barrett there, so you had a few good guys. Even Barrett, you had felt before, so but you felt confident. You were here to win. You didn't feel like it was at the end of your career.
Yeah, but for you have idea. 1999, I final with soccer. My final on the 2000 is a soccer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 2001, it's me and Barry Yoshida, and Robinho in soccer got third and fourth place. In the 2003, it's supposed to be Ed Bravo supposed to be the third, fourth place, but he get away. He's walk away. And the final is be Leozinho and Barry, and the third and fourth place me and soccer back again. That's unbelievable, and it's more recognized. Soccer got a lot of titles on the Abu Dhabi. You need to be recognized for that too.
Yeah, no, and it's always the same guys because that was the best. Yeah,
Yeah.
Now let me take you back a little bit because we talked about Carlson and the rivalry with that team. You also had a competition where you've actually fought his son Carlson Gracie Jr.
Yep. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that one.
Well, this is I don't know where this coming from on that time, because Carlson Jr. actually trained with me. He just coming to my academy, Muay Thai back in the time, to review some positions. Once in a week, he come with me and we do review some position. One day he come and say, you know what, I don't think I can come here anymore. I say, what happened? And he said, well, my father liked me to fight with you. And then I look at him and say, you sure? He say, yeah, I don't want to, but it's good. I say, well, let's do it, man. But, if you fight, we're not going to be, you're not going to come here again and keep training with me. And then we fight. That's okay. We fight twice, actually.
Okay.
And then I beat him in 2 times, yeah. But, he's an amazing guy, too. He's very technical, very good person. I'm not sure what's going on in his head. And then Carlson like a lot of competition and just try to put this in his head. No, I don't not say the days today. I'm not see they try to put the cousin against cousin. I don't think so. There's more competition. They like to see how far we're gonna go. Try to push him. He's younger than me at that time. Try to push him to compete more. It could be. I don't know.
Okay. Now you mentioned in the academy. A little bit. Let's take it even a little bit further back in history. There was that day that Hugo Duarte showed up and fought your brother. And then I believe Helio asked you to fight Eugenio Tadeo in the school.
No. They fight. Rickson fight with Hugo, and at that time, and Eugenio. We have a little issue, me and him, on the day they invade the academy. And then we have an issue. And then that day, when the Rickson fight with Hugo, right away, he say, let's do it, and then let's finish this. We're not like to fight in the street. And that's we decide to fight. Okay, let's put together. And then me and him fight for 46 minutes with no gloves, everything clean. Yeah, that's good. And he's kind of pretty much almost 20 pounds heavier than me. He's pretty heavy, at that time. And I'm a very skinny guy, yeah. But it's good experience for me, with no money.
Yeah.
No public, nobody, this is good, it's amazing.
Your father made you do this, though. He said you have to defend.
No, he don't make me do it. I like to do it. Okay. It's good for me. He never pushed me, say, hey, go ahead, do it. No, actually, Rickson told, and the time we discussed over there, Rickson say, what do you guys like to do? And they say, well, let's fight, and then, well, let's go. And then we put together right away. It's not something we're playing too much ahead. And let's do it. Yeah. Actually, Rickson told me a couple of days before, he called me and said, hey, maybe you can fight with Eugenio Tadeu in the academy. He's going to show up. You like to do that? I say, yeah, let's do it. Put my name. I'm first in the list. And yeah, that's it. I don't even train you for the fight. I'm not prepared for the fight. I just got there. Boom, that's it. Done.
And Eugenio later on had a crazy fight with your cousin Henzo.
Yep.
Were you at this one?
No, I'm not there. No. I'm with Rickson in Japan. Rickson's gonna fight on a pretty close date. I'm in Japan with Rickson.
Gotcha. I got you. So after the Eddie Bravo situation, you lost Eddie Bravo. I'm going to ask you also about the interactions with your father, because I think it's special. And I want to also mention one other thing. You said your father taught you always be on time. I remember you were the first guy at the rule meeting, in the first seat, with another, your coach with you, just waiting for the rule meeting, on time, the only Brazilian on time. But so you lived that way the whole time. But after Eddie Bravo submitted you, the finish, Helio was in the audience.
Right.
Did you think about, having to talk to him? And because I think he got up and left. Where did you meet him, and what happened there?
Well, the deal is, people need to be prepared to win and lose. If you don't like to lose, don't compete. And that's I learned from my whole life. I don't have 100% right. I'm going to win. I win most of the time. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that I do that, because I do my homework, I train. But we are human beings. Everything can happen. And sometimes the other guy has a better day than you. I have a much better days than most of the guys I compete. But sometimes, it's not the same. And that's what we're talking about. Everything have a reason. That's his day. He's doing right. I make a mistake. I can say whatever I want. I'm not there in the day. I'm just thinking about something else. But no, he's doing right. And then that's it. If you don't like to lose, don't compete. That's what I saw. That's what I see. That's the pictures I see every time we're talking about how you feel with the loss. Hey, I don't feel nothing. I just go back home, do my homework, and come back stronger. It's a competition. Somebody need to win, somebody need to lose. If you feel upset in the beginning, but this is go away right away. As soon as you jump in the academy and start training again, this is over, done. And that's supposed to be, what's the teams they lost? They go cry for how long? Come on, you be sad, but you go back home, train again, and start over again. And then you're going to win. And that's the mentality I have from my family, from my father. My father is not even upset. He say everything have a reason. Don't worry about it. I say, okay, we're good to go. And that's the support I like to hear. I say, when I'm a little kid, got my first tournament, and then I imagine I coming home and he say, you nothing, you doing bad job. No, but he's always giving me more money. His support. And that's what I'm saying, win and lose is a part of the game.
Yes. No, and I think you're right. You deserve more credit for coming back to the 3-4 match and, keeping the competition going and not saying, I'm not going to be champion. No, I don't want to do it. That really is part of that.
Right. That day, the guy knocking my door, 7:00 a.m. and say, you like to coming back, because Eddie Bravo don't like to coming back to the third and fourth, and then you need to come back to the whole bracket again. I say, yes, put my name. And then I win 2 fights and then go to the third and fourth place with soccer. Yeah. And the people don't know this. This is not in the history. Nobody talking about. They see I'm got the third place. How I can get the third place if I lost? Well, I just need to coming back in the bracket and then win everybody and fight for the third and fourth. That's he don't like to do. That's all right. It's up to him.
Now, why in Abu Dhabi did you never try the absolute? Like, I remember sometimes you would say, I try it, and then at the end of the last, you didn't get picked, or what was the deal? Did you want to do that?
I don't remember exactly, but to be honest, I never tried hard. I need to be honest. I never try hard to be in the open. You know, it's the guys are really big. And then I just come to do my job in my class. And then I believe back in the time is a lot of Brazilian guys, they bigger than me and they deserve more than me. You know,
Yeah,
it looks like if I try to put my name, it looks like I put my nose up. I'm better than everybody. I'm not better than everybody. And these guys really good level and heavy. I'd give them a shot. You know, I'm not trying. I just put my name, but you know, if nobody like to go, I go. But I'm not try to, you know, push too hard. Yeah.
that's fair. Now, did you feel in Abu Dhabi maybe the beginning of like all the Brazilians becoming a little more friendly? Because some of the wars before were kind of crazy, but now there you were, you know, if you didn't go in the tournament, maybe Kakareko did. That's a, well, you know, that's a Ruas guy. That's an enemy.
Well, this is not an enemy. I don't see this guy as an enemy. You know, to be honest, I feel very calm every time we go around the country. That's the flag is a Brazilian flags we have, you know, and the guys speak Portuguese, you know, and today I speak English and I'm American too. I got the American flag on my shoulder. But the deal is, you know, you see people speak with you, they nice, you know, we forget what we have back in the time, you know.
Yeah,
And
that
then I
was
would like
good. You
to see,
guys
of
needed
course,
that.
if the guy in your bracket is a different because you see him is not an enemy, but we're gonna fight. You know, it's not an enemy. I need to fight with you, and then I like to win because as a money talk, you know, and trophy, it's everything. It's a prestige. You know, it's a very important we get out there with the victory. I don't like to be in Abu Dhabi. I fight 4 times in Abu Dhabi, and imagine I go home without nothing.
Yeah,
You know, I feel much better to get something, you know, and that's what I'm training for. And like everybody else, you know.
yeah. Now, I don't want to bring up a loss, but you had the match with Sperry also. Did that affect you to not do the Open? Maybe is because once they get
Nothing.
big and good, it's
You
hard.
know, to be honest, nothing affect me. I'm upset with myself for a little bit, but that's it done. You know, and
Okay.
Mario is much more stronger than me. And he's really technical too. I need to admit that. Come on. You
Yeah.
know, I put myself on this situation.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna complain about? If you win, it's good, it's beautiful. But if you lost, I'm gonna be upset. The guy is 40, 50 pounds heavier than you. What are you talking about? Come on.
Yeah.
It looks like when I fight with him, my nose a little up. I think I'm better than everybody. And that's a bad. And then I'm a little bit like that. I need to be honest at that time. And then
Yeah.
it's good because he take me, put me down a little bit, say, hey, no, you don't think who you are. Not like that. Calm down a little bit. And that's good. When you lost on the moment in your life, sometimes it make you come down a little bit and make you observe and see things in a different way. On this loss helped me a lot to coming back and reevaluate what I need to talk, how I say talk to the peoples, you know, and you know, calm down. I'm a light guy. The guy's a heavy guy. Come on, be
Yeah.
respect. Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Now, let me ask you about you say, you know, recycle, come back, go to the gym, always go to the gym, train. I heard that you had a crazy training for the IBJJFs that you used to leave the house or go away. What was the story behind some of that training?
Um, you know, the deal is, I have 4 daughters, you know, and at that time they all over in the house, you know, and they always, when you train, they come with something, they cry, they need the help. My wife need the help, and then if I start to focus in the house, I'm not gonna train myself. And the deal is, I try to rent an apartment,
Mhm.
get away from the house, go there, kiss everybody when the nice moment, and go back to my camping training. And that's make me a difference between the other guys. You know, not I don't want my family. I love my family, but only this time for kids being love and go. I don't like to see the problems. And my wife actually do the deal with all these problems and the kids cry and get to school, do this, do that, you know, during the whole day. And I'm glad I have this mentality to be a champion. If I don't have, I'm not saying I'm not gonna be a champion, but it's gonna be a different because you distract yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
And
it's the focus.
Yeah, this is more focused. That's 100%, you know. And then I still have my family. It's right there, you know.
Yeah. Now, talk about MMA. Obviously, you know, your family started it, you know, with the, with the UFC and your brother and Hickson. And you did, you know, Hickson did Shuto with the Valetudos. He won the tournaments. He won Valetudo 1, Valetudo 2. And then the headline of Valetudo 3 in 1996 was you. And who was it you fought? You fought the Japanese Asahi.
Asahi, yes.
Now
Yes.
Asahi is fantastic and is a very different style. What was that like? Were you you know, how did you prepare? MMA is different, and this isn't like the Eugenia rules. There's rules in Shuto, so talk about everything.
Yeah, everything is kind of, it's a new for me on that time, you know. It's kind of like you know, you don't have no idea what's going on. I know, like I say all the time, my father never tell us we're gonna be a fighter. He tell us to train jiu-jitsu, to be prepared, to protect yourself. And that's the difference that people see sometimes. They say, oh, you guys training to be a champion. No, I'm not training to be a champion. And then this is a consequence because I do my homework and then it start to get the events come pop out and they invite you to go. And then I feel comfortable. And then, you know, as Rickson opened the door in Japan and back in the times. And then when I go and then they call me to go, is in 1996 with Asahi. This kind of, I say, oh my God, I love to go. And then you do something you like, and then you make money, even better, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you're gonna see this on the first time when you jump into the fight, because nobody likes to get punched in the face. Don't make me wrong, I don't like either. And then you don't know how it's gonna happen when you got the first punch, when what's happened. And the deal is, my father used to say this: you know the man when he's in the bad spot, when he got beat, then you know he's a man. You know, when you punch the other guy, you beat the other, it's easy, you know. Oh yeah, I'm win. But when someone beat you, is a different. Then you're gonna prove your value, what you who you are. And on this fight is actually it's pretty technical fight because the guy don't throw too much punch, and then I try to see, you know, if you don't throw a punch, I'm not gonna throw a punch, and then little by little, boom, boom, and control, and then I choke him. That's good, beautiful. But when someone, let's say it's a different fight, the guy throw a punch with you, it's harder because we as jiu-jitsu guys, we like to clinch, and if something going bad, well, we go back home, do the homework, start over again. That's the one thing I say. You know, it's nothing changed. I used to do this, and then I feel the energy to get punch. It's not at the end of the world. When you know this, make it easy. You know, for the beginner guys, always like, oh my God. I see a lot of good guys, they got punched in the face, they going crazy. They completely change, you know. And some ones, they feel like nothing. That's all right. Let's keep going. That's a good, yeah. More you train, the more comfortable you'll be. That's no question about it.
So you were preparing for the Shuto. You did a couple of NHB fights there. At some point in 1999, still this history, you get the phone call from Pride to fight Sakuraba. Now, Sakuraba, the Gracie killer, this is the image and stuff like this. And again, you're small. Why take this fight? It's was this honor?
Actually, who taught me to the fight is a Rickson. They like to put Rickson to fight. Rickson like to actually they offer Rickson. Rickson say, let's say if he win my brother, you know, my little brother, and then we can jump in. The deal is when I jump for the fight, is the two things. I like to see how he gonna win me. And that's my challenge, personal challenge. I know he's heavy, he's strong, he's technical. And if I see the fight today, I don't see a win. But wait, we have agreement on the fight. We'll be 2 rounds, 50 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. I'm not sure now. It's a 15 or 10 minutes. I think is a 10 minutes, 2 rounds, 10 minutes, or 15, no, 15 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah.
Two
Okay.
rounds, 15. For 2 minutes, the rest. When I just got the first round, I was going in the corner and talk to Rickson. Rickson say, what do you think? I said, man, he's kicked a lot of my leg. He's giving me a hard time. And I go back to the second round, same thing. He's dominated the fight, no question about it. He liked to go on the floor too much, but he kicked me a lot. On the end of the second round, he's going top to me, and he hold my arm on the Americana. And I saw him hold the arm, and he talked to the referee. And then right away, I'm my head on the rope. I look at Hicks in the corner, and I'm asking him, say, how long? And he said, 30 seconds for the end. When he say this, I say, man, he not catch my arm. I'm so flexible, I just touch my ear. And then he start to talk to the referee. 10 seconds later, the referee stopped the fight. That's hurt. Yeah. Because I say, whoa, I don't tap, and they stop the fight. You never know what's going to happen after that, because he can break my arm, I can tap, or he never tap, and then it's going to be a draw. Because that's the agreement we have. If you not finish, if he not knock me out, or not finish him, not knock him out, we be a draw. We agreed with that. But that day, they tried to force him, put him with Rickson, and it's not going to be a good idea. He draw with the little brother.
Yeah.
And sure. That's what happened. It's already set up,
Yeah.
That's the only thing I see. Because for me, I lose if you're talking about points, but I don't lose for the agreement we have in that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
The referees, they cheating. They steal the fight from me.
So, what do you think of and Rickson never fought Sakuraba.
No, never fought.
Renzo did after that, right?
Yeah.
And Sakuraba's very good. How did you feel about Renzo got his arm broken?
Yeah, he got in the bad position, and then I don't know, for somehow they popped the arm. Yeah, Renzo is an amazing fight, man. And if this is not happen, you don't know what's gonna happen in the fight.
Yeah,
Renzo's
you're one of the most flexible people on the entire planet.
No, I mean, but to be honest, I don't know if he's gonna. Nobody knows the result of the fight on that day, because I can tap, he can break my arm, or the time is finished. We don't know, and that's just upset to me, because I got a lot of beat in the leg. I don't even can walk in the next day, and then the referee stole the fight from me. Not the fight, but the draw. It's supposed to be a draw. That's I understand.
He broke the agreement. The referee messed it up. So
yep,
very interesting. So you did MMA after that in the 2000s and things, but was this this is a situation where how was the training for that? How was the preparation for it? Did you go back to your brothers, because the game was changing? Too many rules, things like that. What was your experience in the 2000s fighting MMA?
Yeah, we need to understand one thing. For me, the MMA, when I start fight, it's already late a little bit.
Yeah.
And when it start to make money, it's more late.
Yeah.
Right. And then the time is changing. There's a little new boys coming. Your reflex not the same, and the training will be the same. Actually, I have a Rickson in my corner all the time. I have a Royce. I have Holker in Brazil. They help me always. We improve a lot. We do a little box with Claudio Coelho back in Brazil. This is my boxing coach. And but you do your homework, you do everything, but it's like you say, it's your reflex not the same. And especially in my last fights I'm talking about, I wish I came born when I do my last fight, and then I'd be ready, be in the cage like in UFC right now. It's going to be completely different. And that's, I believe, because it's hard for me to compare my primer time to my old time. Some people say, what do you think if you compete today with the boy? I say, man, it's no chance. Come on, we need to be honest. I can have their knowledge, the best knowledge in the world, but these boys, they really, I'm talking about jiu-jitsu, in the no gi or gi, they so fast, they so strong, they train exactly like I trained back in the time.
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
nothing different. They don't take a breakfast, lunch, and dinner jiu-jitsu. They train all day, and between the meals, they still train. That's exactly what I do my whole life. But you're getting old. It's a
Yeah.
time for change. And then I not feel bad for that. I feel good. I do everything. How many people in the world win 1, 2, 3, 4 times world champion? How many people in the world win 1, 2, 3 and got the third place in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah.
This one more recognition competition in the world.
Mhm.
I'd be Hall of Famous in Jiu-Jitsu and ADCC. Come on.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining about. I'm not gonna live my life as I win. I'm a champion right now. I'm not a champion anymore. I used to be a champion. You can't say no. You're a great champion. Yeah, but I'm not as a champion 2023. I'm
I
not.
understand. Yeah. Now let me ask you one of the last things about fights, and then we'll talk a little bit jujitsu. But how the Eddie Bravo rematch, this competition here that you came to say, why why did this not happen earlier?
Why what?
Why wasn't it you didn't do it 5 years before or before, closer
Well,
to the
because
first time?
they don't have a sponsor. They don't have nobody interested. They like to put me and him on the fight, and just for fun. Let's see how you guys doing. They say, man, I'm not a. I need to stop what I'm doing. I'm in a different time in my life. If you tell me today, can you fight today? I say, I don't think I'm gonna fight. Well, I pay you $10. Okay, I give you $100. I say, I'm sorry, but I'm not interested. But if you change the numbers, I'm
Mhm.
gonna start to say, okay, now I need to find a time to train. That's exactly what happened. Not I don't want to fight. We need to talk about some because everybody paid to watch. Everybody make money. They got the sponsor, and then the fighters don't got nothing. People need to stop this. Don't come into me and say, hey, I have a T-shirt for you. I have 10 T-shirts for you. You sell the T-shirt, you make money. And then you
Yeah.
fight for free. Next time, I'm going to pay you something. I hear this my whole life in Brazil, everywhere. And then I'm not do that anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's business
That's
intelligence.
exactly that's a business because they make money. Why are you not gonna make money?
Yeah. No, for sure.
When I fight with Eddie Bravo in Abu Dhabi, I'm just looking for money. I'm fight for the money. Hey, don't play stupid. Come on. Everybody says, "No, it's no. I like to be famous." No, no. You like to be rich too. You like to have money, and that's what we fight for. We fight for the money,
Yeah.
and then they offer it. Okay, I lost. I lost. Forget, man. Go home. Same thing in the other one. When they start to offer and come with the numbers I'm looking for, yeah, that's good. Yeah. And by the way, the event is amazing.
Mhm. Yeah, they did a good job with the presentation and everything. So it was good, good,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that it happened, even if it was a draw.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a little bit about jujitsu, the progress of jujitsu, the generation after you. I'm going to throw some names I want you to talk about, and we start with Marcelo Garcia.
Very technical, unbelievable skill. It's amazing guy, good person, good heart. Is a little younger than me, is in the time. And then I see him with it's amazing skill. It's a really good guy, yeah.
Yeah, is it Fabio Gurgel's student?
Yep.
Did you consider Fabio a rival when you were younger?
Actually, Fabio trained with us when he started. He's trained with Hicks with Gracie my time. Then he moved to Jacaré because it's close to his house back in the time.
Oh, cool, cool. So, how about Ricardo Liboria?
Libor is amazing fight too, man. I saw him is with a lot of muscle and strong, but he's amazing when he trained. I heard a lot of people they talk, man, he's very technical and he's very smooth with everybody. He's not kind of guy try to be stupid with you. His size is a big, it's amazing. And really good technique, good skills. I love to watch him on the MMA fights back in the time. And then you know, we can't see him anymore because he's not fighting anymore. But yeah, he's an amazing guy.
What about your student Saulo?
Saulo's for me one of the best competitors with the gi. He's very smart when he compete and about point system and advantage. Yeah, he's one of the best in my opinion, a competitor.
Did you think he's one of those guys that had trouble in MMA because he didn't like the punch?
I'm not sure. You know, his first fight is kind of tough fight, and he have a problem. But I don't think he coming back because he tried to, you know, see his career more in jiu-jitsu and no gi. And then at the end of the day, he don't looking for fight anymore. It could be. I'm never talking about this with him.
What about his brother? His brother's another guy who competed for a long time, like you.
They really good. Both guys is good, but Saulo's be with me more than Shanji, you know. And yeah, Saulo for me, you know, I just kind of build him. He's like I say, he's one of the best competitors. And Shanji follow his brother. He's amazing too. He's very technical, very good long legs, long arms, help him a lot. Yeah, to get what he have, you know, it's a good career.
Hey, do you watch MMA now in the States? Do you
Not
watch
much,
UFC?
not much. No, when I like the guys, yes. I saw the guys this last weekend is a Vitor, as a Cristiano Marcelo student. And yeah, I tried to watch him as a nice guy. It's a good fight, man. And then I saw what the guy do to him on the way in. He tried to shake the guy's hands, and the guy said, no, I'm not gonna shake your hands. You know, this is, you know, it's bad, man, for the sport. And then I'm glad he win, you know.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now, talk about being in California. You're doing obviously seminars and stuff. Where's your school?
Well, I don't have one school I be all the time, but I have one as a Leticia in Morango School in the South Bay area. I have Regis School in San Diego here. I have one in Carlsbad with Nick. We have few schools around. You know, I can go all the time. Yes, I have Ricardo Guimarães in Temecula. Yeah, I've had Isaac in Belmont. We have few ones, like I say. You know, I try to visit them all the time. Sometimes put the gear, roll a little bit. That's my dream.
Yeah, for sure. Now, uh, do your kids do jujitsu? Obviously, some of them.
They do self defense as a four daughters, and they all them do the self defense, but not what they want to do right now because they, you know, working back and forth everywhere. But every time they come with me, they try to review. It is amazing, you know. They say, "Then let's go to do a class quick," and then I'm just gonna squeeze them neck a little bit.
Now, do you live near Hickson?
I'm sorry.
Do you live near Hickson? Do you see Hickson often?
I see him. Actually, I talked to him today. I see him once in a while. Yeah, I just live with him like 2 hours from him. He's in Los Angeles. I'm in San Diego area.
Do you still put on the gi and roll with him?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Every time I go with him, we finish in the match talking about the positions. That's exactly what we're talking about. It's not a big difference with any brother. We start to talk, and in some position pop out. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah.
Now, we're getting ready to close out because you know you've taken up a lot of your time. But I want to ask you about another family member of yours, another guy who was a legend that we lost, and that was a guy. I think he's a half brother, Hulls Gracie.
Yes.
Well, what are your memories of him? Because
Oh my
I
God.
heard he was he had an American mother, and he had been to college here and did wrestling and stuff. So this may have been a dangerous Gracie. Give us a little history.
He's a very special guy. You know, actually, I start training with him when I'm a little kid, and then I building my game through him. His attack. He's always, you know, he's not a heavy guy. He's around 73 kilos, around the 150, 160, 155. Yeah. And yeah, he's for me, he's one of the best in the family. He's a with the heart on the talk, and he put everybody together. He's amazing, amazing. I love him. Yeah. And then, like I say, as my first jiu-jitsu things, you know, is be with him. When he passed away with the hang light, you know, accident,
Yeah.
and then I start back. I just go back to Hickson again and Horion, you know, in the academy. But when I'm a little kid, I always go to Copacabana and train with him. and he's very enthusiastic, you know, always take me to the beach, you know. It looks like I'm his son for him. I remember how he treated us with a lot of love, you know. And then we be in the academy not because we need to go to the academy. We be in the academy because we love him, and then we're gonna love jiu-jitsu too, you know. And my father put us to train with him, and he's take care amazing, you know, the time I be with him. Very special time for me.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Royler, this is a very special time for me. We're getting, you know, to speak to you about your fantastic career. I appreciate the time very much, and you know, nothing but the best for you. I hope that people catch you in seminars and things like that. Well, what do you have coming up before we finish up?
Well, most of the time I work right now is like in the seminars and the workout with in the weekends. You know, I just have a kind of be in Hawaii next weekend. Probably I'm gonna go to Australia, and then I have a little vacation going to Indonesia. That's the place I like to go for surf. And coming back, I'm just make Canada. We have few schools in Canada. Actually, before that, I'm just gonna go to Brazil to see the schools in April in Brazil. You know, yeah, but pretty much travel all over and do a
Yeah, it
seminar
sounds
and
crazy.
make people understand what jiu-jitsu for, man. It's amazing art, you know, what we have. Make people feel more comfortable, feel more better, you know. Make
Yeah,
sure you spend the
you
time
feel
in
like an
sun.
ambassador.
I'm not feel like I'm back. My father, you know, is the one, but I try to share with how much love and how much, you know, we enjoy the martial art we pick to be our work, you know. And you know, it's a fun, it's everything, man. It's a semi bag, you know.
It's a
As soon
way
as
of
I have a
life,
kid, yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Well, Royler, I appreciate a great deal. Thank you very much for the time in the interview, and I'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you very much, Miguel. I hope to see you soon, man. Hey, make sure don't choke me.
Oh gosh, you know, before we finish, one quick question: did you go to the Abu Dhabis in Las Vegas?
Yes, I got the plaque for Hall of Famous. It's a beautiful. I just have right here behind me.
If you
It's
can
right
show
there.
show it to us and see if we
Let
can
me
get
see if
this
I
thing
can
here.
show. Right there, right
Look at
here.
that stuff.
It's
Those
a
are all your
big plaque.
trophies. You have like Pride Trophy still, and your Abu Dhabi trophies and everything. You kept everything.
Yeah, I keep everything. This is all the trophies for Abu Dhabi. First, second is 99, 2000, 2001, and the third place right here. This is the last one, and the plaque for Abu Dhabi. And this uniform for the first fight in 1999. Yeah,
Awesome. Awesome. You
that's
have a little
good.
museum there. I'm going to ask you to borrow
Yeah.
that stuff one day. Well, thank you very much, Royler. Always a pleasure. And you're always a champion everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.